Okay, welcome to part 2 on finishing the blue Haahoo. So part 1 was how to do the first bit of the blue one and the yellow one, and this is just finishing off the blue one. So we've done our 26 rows. So what we're going to do now is we're going to increase at the end of each row until we've got 46 stitches. So just as we decreased, I'm going to go straight into that first one. So it's just at the ends, just like we did. We're just basically doing the opposite of what we did earlier. So we're doing the exact same in reverse. So we're double crocheting around. Oops, dropped one of my threads. That's the only trouble when you're doubling it up. So all the way around to the other end. Even though I've doubled it up, I'm still using a 2mm hook because it's a finer thread. So make sure, just fold it to find the end stitch. So I've got another one to do before my increase. So 2 into that one. And we're just going to continue round until we've got 46 stitches. So I've increased up to 46 stitches, and then I've just placed a stitch mark. I've just counted 20 stitches at this side, and then we're going to have, where we did the 3 chain in the middle, we're going to have 3 in the middle here. So I've just put my stitch marker here, giving me 20 stitches at this side, 10 at each side of my where I'm crocheting. So I'm just going to crochet around those, and I'm going to continue to increase at this end. So this will give us 20 stitches currently, and we're going to keep doing this, working around this bit until we get 24 stitches. So I'll show you how we do this. This is where I did need a stitch marker because I don't have the tail to work with. Can't even see my pretty stitch marker, it's turned over. There we go. Oops. And then that last one before the marker. I've not gone through that one, look. There we go. Right, and I'm going to flip my work and just move that thread out of the way. Working into the one next to the marker. And just carry on working around. Right, I can take that marker out now, don't need that. It only gets in the way. Done one stitch there, look. Oh, I've got one thread. If you heard that, that's my husband making himself something to eat in the other room. Quietly. Alright, so increase into the end. And continue working round, and we're going to carry on until we've got 24 stitches, which, if you remember, that's what we increased to at the beginning. So I've just done those increases. I'm at 24 stitches now, and I'm going to do 3 more rows just of plain double crochet like we did at the beginning, and I'm also going to sew some more spots in place, and I'll catch you after 3 plain rows. Okay, so I've added some more spots and I've made a start at stuffing them. So it's easier, but you don't want to stuff everything through the last hole. So I've just made a little start. Just tuck that in. Notice I've got some big tweezers. These are the best thing I've ever found for stuffing. Huge tweezers. Right, so I'm going to close this bit up now. So we had 24 stitches, I think it was. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. So we're just going to do a decrease through the front 2 loops like we did before, and then 2 double crochets, and we're going to do that all the way around. So decrease of the next 2, followed by, sorry I'm not in the middle, 2 double crochets, and decrease, and 2 double crochets, another decrease, sorry, 2 double crochets. It always gets a little more awkward once you've stuffed them. So can't get that one in. Decrease, 2 double crochets. So we will have done that 6 times. So decrease, and that's, oh, not done that last stitch properly, it's not gone through, look. That's because I'm using my double thread. Right, so the last decrease and 2 double crochets takes us back to the outside edge. So I've gone all the way around. So this time it's decrease and 1 double crochet. So in through the front loop of the next 2 stitches. And do my stitch the normal way. Decrease and a double crochet. Decrease, double crochet. Decrease and a double crochet. My finger won't fit in the hole now. Decrease and a double crochet, and the last one. Decrease and a double crochet. Right, before I decrease all the way around, I'm just going to add a little bit more stuff in, just because it's easier to do it now. And so the tweezers really do make it so much easier. I also have this smaller pair. I think they were stamp collecting tweezers, but these are also really good for getting into little nooks and crannies. I think we can probably just get a little bit more in there. The more we put in now, the less we've got to try and put in through the other leg, appendage. Right, so sorry about the noise. I use a glass worktop saver just because my desk gets used for many different crafts, and the wooden surface is not looking its best anymore. Right, 2. I'm not going to decrease all the way around on this. A lot of patterns will tell you to decrease to the last 6 stitches, but I tend to do it until I've got 8 stitches remaining, just because you get a neater finish. If you do it to 6, it can sometimes look a bit bumpy when you fasten it off. So I'm going to do, oops, doing my needle over, just chop it off there, pull it through, thread my needle, and what I'm going to do is just go through the outside loop of each one towards the middle. So there should be 8 loops. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to pull that tight, and then I'm going to tuck that down through the middle of the hole, come out somewhere else and give it another pull, so you get that nice neat finish. I am going to put a little bit more stuff in, just tuck a bit more of the stuff in up there. There we go. Right, I'm just going to fasten this off, and I'll show you how we start the other side. Because obviously when we joined the middle, we used 3 double crochet, and we don't want to leave a hole. Let's pull that through and pull it out somewhere else. There we go, so that's that bit done. So I'm going to find my cotton, just dropped it. Right, and I'm going to thread the end onto my needle. Sorry if you do notice my hands shake. I've got an essential tremor. Right, so I'm going to count my 3 stitches across and go through the 3rd one. I'm going to sew these 3 stitches, starting from that side. I'm going to try and keep it as tight as we can, try not to get the stuff in. You might need to just go around that bit because obviously there was a gap there when you did it. So make sure there's no gap. Sew that through. So I've got a nice neat bit in the middle. And then we're going to pick up where we left off. So we're going to the next stitch, pull our thread through. So we've sewn it in so it's nice and tight. I'll do a chain there, and then I'm going to double crochet around. And remember, just like we did the other one, we're doing exactly the same. So when we get to the end, we're going to do that increase. Oops, dropped one of my loops then. Because we want to get up to 24 stitches again. So I'm just going to increase in that end, double crochet around, and I'm going to take you up to past where we've just joined, because then it is exactly the same as the other leg. The only thing is with this one, you've got a leg in the way to work around, so it does get a bit trickier, but you're doing the exact same. This is the awkward bit, getting into these stitches around here. If you want to make sure there's no hole, you could work into the one before and the one where you've done the chain. that's too tight, just work into the stitch below. So it's like you're doing 2 together in the old-fashioned way. Pull it through and then just carry on the one above. The next stitch. And that just alleviates the chance of getting that hole at that side. Makes it nice and tight. And then you're just going to finish it off exactly the same as you have done with this one. And that will give you a finished Haahoo, blue finished Haahoo. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Watch out for my other Haahoo videos. Thank you for watching.